What if K-pop idols were secretly magical warriors who protected the world from demons using the power of music? That's the wild, colorful, and surprisingly emotional premise behind K-pop Demon Hunters, the animated musical action comedy that just hit Netflix and is already making waves. Directed by Maggie Kong and Chris Applehands, this movie is an explosion of vibrant visuals, addictive music, Korean mythology, and heartfelt character arcs that somehow blend together into one of the most original animated films in years. The story follows Huntress, a globally famous K-pop girl group made up of Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. On stage, they're flawless idols, dancing in sync and selling out arenas. But behind the scenes, they're also trained demon hunters tasked with maintaining balance between the human world and the demon realm. Their concerts don't just energize fans, they strengthen a magical barrier known as the Han Moon, which keeps malevolent spirits from crossing over and wreaking havoc. The main conflict kicks off when a rival idol group, the Saja Boys, return from the shadows. What the world doesn't know is that they're possessed by demons, and their rise to fame is part of a sinister plan to tear down the Han Moon and let chaos flood the earth. The girls of Huntress must battle dark forces, both supernatural and emotional, as they confront secrets from their past, including Rumi's own cursed lineage and a haunting connection to the demon prince Jinnu, the Saja Boys' charismatic but tormented leader. Visually, K-pop Demon Hunters is dazzling. The animation style is a blend of modern CGI with traditional anime expressions, exaggerated reactions, concert lighting, and visual effects that make every fight and every musical number feel like a stadium performance turned up to 11. The color palette is bold and loud. Think pinks, neons, golds, and electric blues, but it never feels overwhelming. It's energetic, but with intention. Every frame feels alive. When demons appear, they're rendered with painterly textures and surreal movements that contrast beautifully with the slick choreography of Huntress. The fights feel like music videos mixed with magical duels. Characters dodge fireballs between key changes, use microphones as enchanted weapons, and create protective wards mid-dance. It's kinetic, creative, and, most importantly, joyful to watch. The soundtrack is an absolute banger. Every song, from power anthems to ballads, feels crafted not just to sound good, but to serve the narrative. The lyrics are laced with emotion, rebellion, and identity. Songs like How It's Done, Soda Pop, and Golden aren't just catchy. They build character, move the plot, and deepen the stakes. In one standout scene, Rumi battles a demon version of herself in a mirror realm, and the entire scene is scored to a stripped-down acoustic version of the group's hit single, a moment that lands emotionally and visually. And yes, the music holds up even outside the movie. The fictional group Huntress has already amassed real-world fans online, with K-pop-style music videos and social media accounts bringing them to life far beyond the screen. Voice acting here deserves serious credit. Arden Cho delivers a powerful performance as Rumi, capturing her fierce confidence and inner vulnerability. Rumi isn't just a pop star. She's half human, half demon, and constantly struggling with what that means. Her arc is the emotional core of the film, and Cho nails it with every line. Mira, voiced by Mei Hong, is the group's analytical mind, calm, calculated, but secretly longing for connection. Ji Young-yu plays Zoe, the chaotic heart of the trio, full of passion and impulsive energy. The chemistry between the three leads is palpable and believable, especially in scenes where tensions rise between friendship, fame, and fear. Then there's Jinnu, voiced with suave depth by Ahn Hyo-seo. He's more than just a villain. He's conflicted, cursed, and ultimately tragic. The film doesn't shy away from showing his pain and uncertainty. He's as much a victim of the demon world as Rumi, and the complicated bond between the two gives the story surprising emotional weight. Supporting roles like the girl's mentor Celine, voiced with wisdom and grace by Lea Salonga, or their stressed-out manager Bobby, voiced hilariously by Kim Jong, add flavor and grounding to the world. Daniel Dae Kim and Lee Byung-hun also lend gravitas as members of the mystical order who once fought the same war in secret. What makes K-pop Demon Hunters so compelling is how confidently it embraces its identity. It's unapologetically Korean in its influences, mythology, and music. It takes the glitz of the K-pop industry, the fame, the pressure, the perfectionism, and blends it with themes of destiny, sacrifice, and self-discovery. And it does this while staying accessible to global audiences. If you know K-pop, you'll catch references, cultural jokes, and nods to fan culture. If you don't, it's still a high-octane fantasy adventure filled with personality and heart. The pacing is fast. Some might argue too fast. The film runs under 2 hours, and in that time it introduces an entire demon mythology, multiple musical numbers, personal backstories, a romantic subplot, and a war between realms. It's impressive how much it fits in, but there are moments where scenes could have breathed more. Supporting characters like Zoe and Mira don't get as much spotlight as Rumi, and the Saja boys could have been even more layered. There's also a late twist involving Celine's past that feels rushed, compelling, but it deserved more setup. That said, these are nitpicks in what's otherwise a well-balanced, high-energy ride. Critically, the film has been embraced as a bold and refreshing take on the animated musical. Audiences love it for its originality and unapologetic flair. Some critics have compared it to Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, not because of visual similarity, but because of its confidence in tone and world building. It's a movie that knows exactly what it is and goes for it 100%. Culturally, K-pop Demon Hunters is already making an impact. Fans are cosplaying the characters, remixing the soundtrack, and asking for a series or sequel. And it wouldn't be surprising if Netflix or Sony Animation expanded the world. The lore is deep enough to support spin-offs, prequels, and more stories. There's even a clear hint in the post-credit scene that we haven't seen the last of the demons or of Jinwoo. So what's the verdict? K-pop Demon Hunters is one of the most fun, visually inventive, and emotionally surprising animated films of the year. It's a love letter to K-pop, to fantasy, and to friendship. It's loud, proud, and refreshingly weird. The kind of movie that dares to be different and pulls it off. Sure, it could have gone deeper in a few places, but what it delivers is already more than enough. Stunning animation, a killer soundtrack, great characters, and a world worth revisiting. Whether you're a hardcore K-pop stan or just someone who loves animation that takes risks, this is a must-watch. Watch it with friends, crank up the volume, and let yourself get pulled into the neon-colored world of Huntracks, demon hunters, idols, and heroes all in one.